Well, you know what? Let's talk about Kansas. They sound less depressing.
And so
I don't think I've ever said those words before.
That I ever expected to hear.
I wish to not be in Kansas anymore. Let's continue.
So yeah, the really good news here though is the reason this law got blocked is because the judge deemed that it was okay. So Kansas has a law banning gender affirming care for minors, and these people sued to get the law overturned because they've got kids that need gender affirming care, and it's like they just passed a law saying no more medical care for your kid. That's stupid. We need to get medical care for our kids. And so the reason that law could pass in the first place was because the Supreme Court of the United States said that, yes, you can pass laws banning gender affirming care. Mm-hmm. So that's how that law got passed. But these people are suing based on the fact that it's unconstitutional by the state constitution, which means the Supreme Court of the United States can't touch it. So whatever the result of this is, that's it. It doesn't go to the Supreme Court. We can't, like, this is no longer this is just the case until John Roberts sees it. No, John Roberts will never see this one. Yay. Now, as to the Kansas Supreme Court where this is going to go, I don't actually know what they look like right now, so maybe my hope is misplaced. But it'd be hard for them to be more corrupt than John Roberts. Oh, this was sent to me by Laura as well. But yeah, so there are teens getting gender-affirming care. The judge sided with the teens' parents who sued to halt the law, saying that they had the right to make decisions regarding the health of their children, according to court documents and a statement from the ACLU. Which, yeah, this is actually one of the big things that conservatives have been pushing for like the last decade, has been the idea of parental choice. You can't have gay stuff in school because that goes against my parental choice to teach them about it or not, depending on how I choose. And so they have been working so hard to get all this parental choice stuff legally enshrined. And so now these guys are taking them to court being like, hey, it is my choice as the parent to let my child get medical care. And
but no, choice. No, that's not the choice I wanted to make, and I'm a parent too, and my choice matters more than yours for reasons.
Well, so apparently it's Section 1 of the Kansas Constitution, Bill of Rights, is the right to personal autonomy. And the judge that overturned this says that there's a substantial likelihood that the lawsuit will succeed because of that section of the Kansas state constitution.
Huh.
It's like they're saying you not allowing me to get medical care is infringing on my right to personal autonomy that is enshrined in the Constitution. And you know what? They're right.
Gosh.
So yeah, good news out of Kansas. Hopefully,
at least it's something. Like I'll take it.
It's got more of a chance of staying that way than it did if it was going to the federal Supreme Court.
The federal Supreme Court is, man, I can't say the words that just popped into my brain because I feel like I'd get worse than banned if I said them. So I'm just not going to.
Apparently, the Kansas Supreme Court is 5 Democrats, 1 Republican, and 1 vacant. So
neat.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to Kansas now.
I still would like to stay in Canada.
I mean, to be fair, Kansas is very close to Canada in terms of the naming scheme. Canada, Kansas.
Arkansas.
America, explain. If this one Kansas, why this one not Arkansas? It's Arkansas. America, explain.
I'm sure I've told you this before, but I think I was in my 20s when I learned that Arkansas and Arkansas were the same state. Because like I'd always read one and heard the other, so I assumed that they were different things, because the S doesn't make that sound.
But you don't understand. It's our Kansas, comrade.
But then you go up north in Michigan, you cross the Mackinac Bridge, which is actually pronounced Mackinac, because somehow the C makes a W sound there. And those ones you can't even blame English for, because I'm pretty sure both Kansas and Mackinac are Native American words. So you can't blame English, but you can blame the people who decided to transliterate it into English.
I mean, I can. It just won't be a valid attempt at blaming. Like I can blame Donald Trump for the South losing the Civil War, but it's not a valid claim of blame.
Well, I'm still not sure if in Buffalo there is like a little suburb of Buffalo called Chautauqua, and then there's an expressway that I would take to go to the Buffalo Zoo that is spelled Skajakura. And I am still not sure whether that is just how you spell Chautauqua. Because I've heard Chautauqua on the radio. There's a car dealership that advertises all the time from Chautauqua. But I've never actually seen it spelled. So the Skajakura Expressway might just be Chautauqua. I don't know. And then, of course, we've got the Buffalo sentence, which that's incorrect. They shouldn't all be capital. Only one of them should be capital. I think it's the fourth one, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Well, also the first one, because, the beginning of the sentence and all that.
Hey, you made it to the end. I want to give an extra thanks to the patrons who allow me to do this full time. I want to thank Aaron Rail, Astral, Britzkrieg, Jemshin, Poundini, Red Joker, Victoria, Jonas, Craig, Tarika, Fireshard, Smiling GM, John, Dren Hadamada, Creeper, Sagitta, I'm not saying that last part, Sylvie Snow, Valis of Seraph, Ottoman Angel, Rooster Rachel, and Fire Panda, who are all my $20 and up patrons.